Every year in July, over 120,000 people from around the world make the pilgrimage to San Diego. These people are known as nerds, geeks, fanboys, and fangirls. They're going to one place, Comic-Con. Comic-Con is a celebration of the popular arts. It includes anything, but not limited to, comics, movies, television shows, video games, graphic novels, and more. I've personally attended Comic-Con twice now and feel that I must share with you the awesomeness that it is. If you can't wait to see next year's Iron Man 2, maybe you're really into the Twilight books or the movies, and you thought Zombieland was hilarious, or maybe Dexter is one of your favorite TV shows, then you should consider heading down to Comic-Con. Because this past year, cast members, writers, creators, directors were all on hand during panels and signings, and that's just a couple of the panels out of several hundred that take place. Today I would like to share with you some info on the exhibit hall, some of the various panels, and lastly we'll take a look at some of the free stuff that you could expect to obtain. So first, the exhibit hall. The exhibit hall is where hundreds of booths are set up, ready to sell merchandise, show off demos of new and upcoming products, set up signage for some of your favorite TV shows and movies. The merchandise is always a big draw for con-goers. Much of it is exclusive only to Comic-Con, meaning it's only available there during those 4 days. Like some people, they pay $20 for something and sell it on eBay for $200 a week later. The demo stations are also some of the larger booths. For example, you may be able to get your hands on an early build of a game that's not available for another 6 months, or try your hand at a new trading card game or a tabletop game. But the thing that people really go crazy for are the signings. Big booth names such as Warner Brothers, Fox, Sony Pictures, NBC, and a few more will signings start the day with actors that might be in some of their TV shows and movies. People are willing to wait 3, 4, 5 hours in line just to spend 2 minutes with somebody, but they do. Speaking of the people that make the movies and TV shows, now would be a good time to take a look at the panels. The panels at Comic-Con are held in separate rooms that take place throughout the day. The smallest room seats anywhere from 100 to the biggest hall that seats 6,500. The panels cover just about everything that I talked about earlier and offer some candid moments with your favorite stars, exclusive footage and screenings of coming movies and TV shows, and for the latter portion of the majority of panels, Q&A portion between the audience and the panelists. Some of the better moments of the panels are when the stars are just up there talking about funny stories that happen during production, or I don't know, just bizarre stories that happen, and they just joke around and talk with the audience. The video screenings are also really neat. Some panels will show off exclusive made-for-Comic-Con footage, meaning it's not going to be in the TV show or the movie, it's just filmed for Comic-Con goers. And others will show an entire episode of a coming season or a whole movie in some cases. As an example, at the Iron Man 2 panel this year, they world premiered the first footage of the movie, and it was amazing. The Q&A portion of panels are always really interesting. Audience members basically get to line up and ask the panelists any question they feel like. Some of the questions are good, others are pretty terrible, but the audience isn't afraid to boo anybody off. The panelists have always really been good sports, answering pretty much every question. As an example, the writer and director of such films as Clerks and Dogma, Kevin Smith, devotes his entire panel to just a Q&A session where pretty much nothing about him or his life is off limits. He'll answer anything to the point where it's kind of gross. And now I'd like to show you guys some of the free stuff you could expect to get and some of the merchandise. First I have here a Dexter the Dark Defender action figure. It comes with an exclusive collectible blood slide. I also got the bag when I bought that. Here I have a True Blood backpack and a shirt. I sat in on the panel while I was waiting for Dexter last year. And yeah, some people might like this. Next, I went to the Psych panel, which is Show on USA. I got a shirt there. The entire main cast was there. They were really funny. They also gave out a Psych Magic 8-ball, which has theme sayings that are the typical that come inside, and as well as a Psych comic book. The shirt from the Iron Man 2 panel that attendees got says Start Expo. I don't know what that means. But Robert Downey Jr. was there, director Jon Favreau, Scarlett Johansson, Don Cheadle, and Sam Rockwell were all on hand to show off the new footage and answer any questions. is also a shirt from the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They didn't have a panel this year, but last year they did. I don't know the actors' names, but Charlie was there, Dennis and Mac, and they were all incredibly funny. And lastly, I have a shirt from the TV show Burn Notice. They had a lot of guest stars there. The creator, Matt Nix, was there, as well as one of the stars, Bruce Campbell, who you may know from the Evil Dead movies, if you've ever seen any of those. And he's kind of a bit of a B-movie star, so people go crazy for him there. Today I talked to you guys about the exhibit floors at Comic-Con, some of the panels that take place there, as well as some of the free stuff you could expect to obtain had you gone. Hope you enjoyed my look at Comic-Con, guys. Hope you consider going yourself someday, maybe. No matter what you're into, I promise you there's something there for you, and it's always a blast. Thanks.
Rachel, what did you think?
I really like the fact that you talked about something that you have a strong interest in. It wasn't just something random. You can tell that you know your information without even looking at what you've researched. And I like that. I know you really like it, so I kind of want to see like a little more enthusiasm, maybe like a little bit louder too. But I'm really loud, so you don't have to be that way, I know that. But just like a little more enthusiastic. Your thesis was really clear, and your ending point I thought was really good. I really liked your props. You brought in what you've gotten yourself. That's really cool that you could do that. And, you know, I'm always up for free stuff, you know, so I probably would go now.
All right. I like the statistic that you use for your detention device about the number of people who go, and the topic is very nicely identified. I think your thesis is a little general at the moment, but it is, you know, probably appropriate for this audience to set them up for what it's all about. You've got a nice personal explanation about what it is that you're going to be talking about and why you care about this particular subject. I do think you needed to get a little bit more content into the speech. It's you had some information, for instance, based on your own personal experience about the size of the rooms or about the panels. It wouldn't be that hard, I think, to go through the program and cite the program as a source, for instance, to talk about the number of panels that they offered, panels that are specific to a particular genre, or, for instance, to look at news reports after Comic-Con about which were the panels that drew the most people, or use some of the quotes from the people who came to the panels to illustrate what goes on there and provide some examples there. It's kind of like you're telling a good story about the general subject, but you're always telling it from your own first-hand perspective, which is not bad. I mean, it's because we, like she said, we want to know something that you're interested in, that you care about, but we need to get a little bit more on it as well. And the same thing, I think, applies. That's my main criticism about the visuals, is at the end, the visuals all just seem like kind of show and tell for that third section. And here's some more crap I got, and here's some more crap I got, and here's some more crap I got. And I think you could tell us a little bit more about, for instance, how unique the material is. I like the one piece of information, or the hypothetical, where somebody gets something that they paid $20 for and they're selling it on eBay, you know, the next week for $200, something like that. Well, how much of the material ends up on eBay? How much demand is there for it? Why is it unique? In the marketing kinds of things, has it had an effect on the ability to sell a show or a product or a movie or a comic book or whatever it is? Because let's face it, that's the whole point of it. And so if somebody shows up, you know, Psych and Burn Notice and shows like that on USA, do they ever expand their fan base as a result of appearing at Comic-Con, or are they just appealing to the fan base that they already have? It would be interesting to see if there was some additional information about those kinds of things. And like I said, you know, it's kind of cool that we can envy all the free crap that you got, which was free, and even the stuff that you bought that you enjoy having. But what does it say about the convention there? I'm not sure it adds that much to the material. The presentation, we've talked about this before. You need a little bit more energy. You've got one of those quiet kind of personas, but you could project a little bit more. You don't have to be loud and gregarious and outgoing. We just need to hear you a little bit more. All right, thank you.